Hello, everyone. Hello. It's been a hot minute, but we're alive. We're here. I'm sorry about last week, but it just happened. Hi. It's Tuesday, 7 p.m., and we are trying something completely different. We are falling down the nichest. Hello, Lucky Honk. Welcome in. We are falling down one of my tiny, but supremely formational niches of video gaming, and we're going to be playing Soul Sacrifice Delta. This is a 10-year-old game for a very niche console that very few people have played, but I hold so close to my heart. I love this game so much that when I figured out how to stream it, that I couldn't help myself. So yeah. You're just gonna have to. I am inflicting this game on you guys and on everyone here, and I'm not even sorry. A couple of things to note before we go in. This this copy is slightly glitched by virtue of how I have been able to get it to work. And shout outs to the community who helped manage to get it, who helped get this working in the first place. They do incredible work making preserving the PS Vita as a console and as a games library generally. But that means two things. One, the last time I tried this and the last time I did the testing, what's the word? The opening cutscene didn't play particularly well. And one of the features doesn't behave the way that it should. Nothing game-breaking by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just a thing to bear in mind. So yeah, without further ado, we are just going to jump straight in. So this is Soul Sacrifice Delta. Soul Sacrifice itself came out in 2012. This came out in 2014, so it's now 10 years old. This is the expanded version of the base game. We're still going to go. We'll get the base game. We'll get everything. We'll get the full story and all of that. But there is extra bits along the way and in the post game that we wouldn't have access to if we weren't playing Delta. So yeah. We're going to hit new game. We're going to hope that the opening cutscene works. If it doesn't, we'll skip it, and then you're not missing too much. You'll still get the setup. You'll still understand how it all goes. So, new game. Need a name. Do not want to import this data. No. That's fine. Yep.
Soul Sacrifice.
Let's see how this behaves. In this world, the weak of heart succumb to greed, but their crimes will not go unnoticed, for the sorcerers are watching, and it is they who mete out punishment to the guilty, they who murder in the name of justice. Oh, it's working perfectly! Oh, beautiful! Oh, fantastic.
Did you hear that awful cry?
So we are in a cell. A very gross cell. Here we go.
Did you hear that awful cry? What should I do? I'm next. I can't bear to think of the pain. How terrible it must be. He is called Magusa, an evil sorcerer who devours human sacrifices. Help me! I hear footsteps! Magusa's henchmen have come! No! 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 Wait! Please! No! How I'd wished I could keep my power from you. Oh no, my secret's discovered. So much for my great escape. I couldn't tell anybody that I was reading that book. I was almost there. I was so close to learning Magusa's secret.
So,
Hey! You there!
quite a few things to take in at the start.
Yeah, you! Over here! You must read me next. It's your destiny. Did you just see how that last one died? Hurry up and hide me, you idiot, before Magusa discovers me. That hurt, you bumbling fool.
Everything's just a little bit gross in this game. I love it.
Calm down, you spineless half-wit. I am Libron. I am a book, and a fine one at that. I am the journal of a certain sorcerer. But I am no ordinary journal. You can revisit my contents in Phantom Quests. Go on, have a peek.
Here we go.
We are companions. We walk this blood-stained road together.
And this is Soul Sacrifice. So, we cast spells using our array of items. We can make swords and
Why
projectiles.
are you so restless?
We can heal. We can dodge.
Who am I? What a stupid question. I am Magusa. I am your companion, Commander.
We can turn into a big fireball. Oh, we've got this first.
Stay focused. Good. Our work here is done. You are not injured, I trust.
And our job is to take down things like this. What?
must be on our guard. The price must be paid.
Obviously, we have a loadout of quite strong spells, because this is just the tutorial.
No choice! Behold the Black Rite!
Gotta love being OP in the tutorial, correct? Hello.
Well, how did it feel to relive the past? What you saw was recreated from the journal. You met Magusar, I presume, back before he went positively mad. No, you're not dreaming. This is just what I do. Every secret is written within me. To find the answers, read me to the end. I even tell the secrets of Magusar. Study the journal closely, and you may think of a way out of this terrible mess. You'd be the first to succeed. The rest have failed miserably, I'm afraid. Submit to Magusar or seek liberation. These are your only choices. Go on now, keep reading, for that is your only hope.
This journal definitely doesn't seem evil. Well, correct. Everything's a little bit messed up in this game. So hello, this is Libron. We can poke him. Hello.
Hey, stop that! You think a book's just going to lie down and take it? Well, you're right. I can't do much else.
So yeah, our goal, such as it is to figure out why we are in this situation, what happened to Magusar, and to have a bit of fun on the way. So we just get started. So we go straight into the story, because there's literally nothing else we can do. Yeah, read the journal of a sorcerer's peculiar and dramatic destiny, and then tutorial bits. So, The Sorcerer's Ordeal, Chapter 1. Now, these bits are voiced, so I will just let the voice acting take care of itself.
Rise, or this will be your resting place.
Story time!
I had been caught off guard, knocked cold by a monster. The woman mocked my vulnerability, my oafishness with cruel insults. Yet we had only just met.
Do anything to slow me down, you'll be the first to die.
Her name was Sultiara, and she was displeased at being my partner. It is the stone cold truth. Many, taking the ordeal, forfeit their lives.
And then we go into the quests. Greetings! Hello, Jay. Welcome in. So good to see you. You're in time to see the first main story quest of Soul Sacrifice Delta. Only some descendants of a certain lesser line have what it takes to perform spells. It is customary for such descendants to undertake the ordeal when they approach adulthood. I'm doing very well. I am supremely excited to be playing this. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm so buzzed. Disposing of monsters is a sorcerer's duty. Even if they show their original form, grant them no mercy. So one of the main mechanics, which you'll see shortly when we kill our first monster, is the decision to sacrifice or save creatures. This is Saltiara.
Stay the hell awake or die.
Thank you. So, we have some new spells. They're called offerings. Make offerings of the things you own and gain magical power in exchange for their life force. There are hundreds of items that can be used as offerings. So, we can sacrifice this bone to get a big monster arm. And then we can start punching things. 1, 2, 3. So, well, let's deal with you first. Oh. So, this was a monstrous rat. We can choose to sacrifice it or save it. There we go. Decide a monster's fate. We've got 2 levels to care about. Life, which is our defense and healing potency. And magic, which is our attack. So choosing whether to sacrifice or save something has a direct impact on your things, and balancing that is part of the fun. So I have a build in mind, but we are just going to go. So we're going to start sacrificing stuff. But there are some things that I will refuse to sacrifice, and you will see why. So we're going to sacrifice these rats. Sacrifice these rats. Sacrificing renews offering strength. So you basically, this is your reload. When you sacrifice something as an Avalon sorcerer, we'll get to what that means in a second. The uses on your offerings, because they have a certain amount of uses, renews them, so allows you to keep using those spells. How are you doing, Jay? And how are you, Honk, as well? Whee!
Make the sacrifice. Put the bloody thing out of its misery.
We can also, for lack of anything else, use our blood. I just asked how you were doing. Is the audio bouncing off? Is the game too loud? You're putting decks together. Good. Oh, you're in VC with friends. Okay, right. Cool. First quest complete. At the end of this, we get ranked based on our performance, and we'll get rewards according. And we got our first healing spell.
Saltiara grinned, flashing her teeth after routing the goblins. It was the first time I saw her smile. I told her that she looked better when she was angry. She almost killed me for that. But little did I know that I would never see her smile again. And worse, the memory of her smile would haunt me forever.
Wait! I almost forgot. This is only certain special pages of yours. Here, let me show you.
So
This is a portrait of a previous sorcerer, but this is a portrait that can be retouched.
the sound is very crackly. I get that occasionally. It's normally around the 20-minute mark that it that it does that. So it should go away on its own. But this is a persistent issue that I don't know how to solve.
Thus changing the appearance of the sorcerer in the stories.
Alright, so let's set up a character. It was only the game for a weird reason. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it seems to be a thing on my game streams. I can't. I've tried to problem solve it. I've tried to troubleshoot it, but I just can't. I just don't understand why it's doing what it's doing. I will tell you what. I'll add a marker, and I'll see if I can do a bit. I'll renew the investigation. But for the moment, let's pick a face. We're gonna go with that one, maybe. Type Q. Maybe type AB. Let's go type AB. What other skin options have we got? We can just be bright red, why not? No, let's go... I think we'll just go there. Haircuts. We're very rarely going to see our hair. But I guess it is kind of a little bit important, right? We'll go because like normally we're gonna have a hat on, which means we're not gonna see our hair. Well, that's fine. We'll do. Let's go like that, maybe. Sure, why not? Payments. So we've got some DLC ones because this was a Vita game, so we do get we get the Gravity Girl cosplay. You already found a giant anti-synergy in the deck after testing it for 5 minutes. Well, it's good that you found it, I guess. What did you do? What were you trying to do, and what did you end up doing? Let's go. Look at that hat. Look at that beautiful hat. What a beautiful hat. Let's go. I do generally like the noble gear. We'll do noble. Like that. That's nice. Let me check if nobody else is here. It should be okay. Oh, of course, you don't want to spoil. Alright.
You know, no one remembers the name of this.
You're building a Wick the Walled Mine, which is a rat that makes a snail, and then boosts the snail when you play rats. And you can then blow up the snail. Oh, cool!
But we can't very well leave it blank. Fill in your own name, will you?
Alright, we're gonna go N-O-Z-O-M-I. That's how you spell my name.
This person belongs to the distant past.
But they stop being rats with that one specific card. Fair enough.
No one will mind if you smudge them out of existence.
So the deck is now useless. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Alright. That's our equipment, that's our appearance decided.
Look, you're going to love this. Wipe the moisture around my eye.
Lacrima.
That droplet on the tip of your finger, it can be put to great use. You can use it to erase portions of the records within me. But only parts of them, mind you. New droplets will form again in time. Check back now and then. Oh, and by the way, these are not tears, you miserable troll.
Alright. Back into the story. Oh, actually, no, we need to... Yeah, that's fine. We need to set out. We've got new offerings. So we've currently got a Snow Tree Root for ice magic. We've got a Giant's Arm for an arm spell. We've got a blood spell. We need some defensive spells. Fortunately, we got some. Healing Seeds and Falcon Feathers. We'll put those the other way around, just because that's how my muscle memory likes to work. We also have another blood spell, but I would say it's probably not worth swapping it around just yet. We also have this. This is our right arm. You can currently see it is a Dark Arm rank 1, and we'll find a bit more about that. Find out a bit more about that later. Chapter 2.
Half of those who attempt the sorcerer's ordeal will die. This was perhaps the only thing we knew for sure. The grueling sorcerer's ordeal is administered by Avalon. By passing the ordeal, one could join the society and become a fully fledged sorcerer. She was just another person who signed up along with me.
Follow my lead. Death to all.
Anything I told her fell upon deaf ears. But I knew this could work in my favor. I was wise to keep my distance, so that I could be done with her when the time came. And we both knew that eventually that time would come. Better not to get too attached.
Alright, time to fight some orcs. Most sorcerers belong to an organization called Avalon. Joining is proof that one has come of age as a sorcerer. One of my earliest memories is of my parents telling me about necessary evils. My parents were sorcerers. It was fated their path would become mine. The bloodstained path I walk to this day. That's an orc. It looks a lot like a cat. And that's because it is a cat. And as a rule, we don't hurt cats, so we are saving every cat that we see.
Follow in my wake.
Oh, need to hit it. There we go. Time it right and we get a counter, which does a massive amount of damage. There's a cat. We're going to save it. Save the cat. Cat save. Save the cat. Nice. Rats, on the other hand. Sorry, a radiated rat, but we will be sacrificing. Because we do need, unfortunately, we do need some attack power. Oh, I accidentally released my spell. That's fine. But what we can do? Guess who is also sacrificing rats? Very on theme. There we go.
Put the bloody thing out of its misery.
Yeah. A swift bash. Big punch. Whee! 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 But the offering system, which is obviously the main way you interact with the game in terms of casting spells, is very, very deep. There's a lot of stuff to be done with it. Oh look, we are a legendary sorcerer. We got an axe. We got a shield. We got a blanket.
Sortiara mercilessly pounded away at the slaughtered monster.
F.
It was dead beyond any doubt. I tried to stop her, but she glared at me enraged, saying,
Get in my way and you will be next.
It was nightfall. As we sat warming ourselves at the bonfire, I heard a sob. Sortiara was weeping, clutching her right arm. The blight. A deformation of the right arm, the price we sorcerers pay to wield magic. The sight of her tears brought pangs to my heart. I gently caressed her back in solace. Her sobs echoed in the dark of night. I could only imagine her pain as my hand rested upon her sobbing frame.
You know that woman who appears in the journal? You would be wise to watch her closely. She'll have an impact on our author.
Oh, straight into chapter 3.
The arm smarts. It was an odd expression, but Sortiara spoke of her bloodlust thus. This monster was once human. A sorcerer who had misused his magic and transformed himself into a monster. We sorcerers are tasked with the disposal of such lost men. Looking at the beast, Sortiara said,
Don't think, kill.
it was an order, as if I needed to be told. We all know that sorcerers are in the business of murder.
The Jack-o'-lantern. Alright. We are going to set some things up. So we're going to set up the ice carving lid. We're going to swap out for the axe edge. And then that's otherwise good. Let's go. Monsters must be punished, even if they show their humanity. Killing in the name of justice, a sorcerer's duty. Tactical advice. Yep, we need that. Alright. And we've got some fiends to clear out first, but what is that in the background? That looks like a goopy man. It's a goopy man. There's also some trees. Don't worry about those. In fact, we'll probably clear out the stage first.
Don't second guess yourself. Murder is what we're here for.
Alright. So we've now got an axe, we've got a weapon spell which is a little bit faster but a little bit weaker. But that gives us... I prefer those over the arms, to be honest. Where's that? There's a mandragora. There you... Oh, okay. It's the Jack-o'-lantern! We'll deal with this guy first. This is the bit that doesn't work. So if we use Mind's Eye, nothing shows up. Well, the weak points show up, but nothing else does. Which is unfortunate, because we do actually need it for certain kinds of quests, but it just means we're going to have to struggle.
Use Mind's Eye to learn about enemies and surroundings.
I'm just going to deal with this guy first. Right, where's he? Oh, there's another one.
Stay the hell awake or die.
Sorry, Sortiara, I'm busy.
Use Mind's Eye to find places to restore your offerings. Don't even think of bloody saving it.
So we can break weak points. And as we fight, we'll hear the thoughts of the monster.
Make it rain. I'll bleed you dry.
Make this big like that. We're gonna very quickly go and pick this up. And also, where'd that rat go? Oh, we lost it. Oh, in the corner.
Is it joy?
Poor guy's weak. Getting there though. Oh. And he's dead. And we can sacrifice or save these guys too. And in multiplayer, it's a voting system. Depending on who, like, when you go up to, because you can go up to 4 players and they can all vote on what it's going to be. So I think we will sacrifice this guy. We might come, you can...
Killing. That's what I came here for.
Sure.
Drown this world in blood.
There we go. Jack-o'-lantern sacrificed. Legendary sorcerer. Very good. It's got an iron mill, which is a throwing weapon. We've got a fire homing spell. We've got a fire weapon spell. We've got a morph spell, and we've got a special.
We took care of that lost soul. Yes, we did. The sensation of flaying flesh was not easily forgotten. This is what sorcerers do. Murder. In his final breath, I heard a faint voice say, "Help me." Death to monsters. The creed of the sorcerer. Whether I liked it or not, I had to live with it. We peered at his corpse, and Sortiara said this.
Take a good look. One of us will share his fate.
The ordeal plodded onward towards the dreadful conclusion she suggested.
Whatever you learn in these pages will stay with you in this world. Eventually, you will learn to cast magic on your own. Then, you'll have a chance at bringing Magusar to his knees.
Had she lied to me? She had told me from the very beginning.
Beware. I will kill you in an instant if it furthers my aims.
But then something happened that made me wonder. She shielded me from a monster, as if prepared to die for me. But why? I have no value to one such as her. It made little sense, but whatever the case, it may be harder than I had thought to let this woman die. I was determined to overcome this fight.
There we go. Sorciara's doing what she oughtn't be doing. So you can boost offerings like that to increase their uses. So generally speaking, once you find offerings that you like, you want to start making sure you can use them consistently. We are about to fight some ghouls, which means we want a ranged weapon because they can fly. I think I'm happy with everything else. Yeah? Yeah. I carried Sorciara to a shady spot. Lying there unconscious, she looked just like any other girl. She could have been anyone. My father was also a sorcerer. He died battling a monster. But it was not the monster that killed him. It was his companion that ended his life. My father was sacrificed. An honorable death. I feel no sadness. He made me promise not to. Alright, let's go. Let's defend Sorciara. You're going to take off in a second. I'm going to knock you straight down. Sorry, Burb. Oh, whoops. Yep. Sacrifice a ghoul. Save the cat. Save the cat. There was a thing somewhere. Nice. Ooh, a Fulgur Tuft. And Black Rites as well. So, as a sorcerer, you can... Oh, let's get through this
Why
first.
did you look after me? I asked Sortiara as she awoke. I was dismissed.
Leave me be.
Her tone was not to be trifled with. As she took to her feet, she muttered something.
I felt at peace when I felt your touch.
Is that why she shielded me from that beast? A gentle touch. I meant it as nothing more. She gave me only curt replies.
Shut your mouth. Be quiet, half-wit. Is it death you crave?
Ah, someone's a little bit tsundere.
Her answers were always the same and never rang true.
That's Sortiara. She keeps her heart under lock and key. But apparently she was pleased when you touched her back. She will soon grow quite close to our dear author. Go on, keep reading, and see for yourself.
Whoa.
It is beyond my control.
That was how she explained the bloodlust within her.
The sight of blood disgusts me.
Sortiara said this with a sigh. She continued despondently.
Yet no one believes me.
I told her that was not true. She calmed herself and said,
Thank you.
We heard a howl from dead ahead. The appointed victim of my ordeal. I finally understood my partner, and the ordeal would soon end. I knew this was coming. I knew that our partnership was cursed, and that one of us would have to die.
Time to fight the harpy. So, we can sacrifice offerings to gain magic, but we can also sacrifice parts of our body. These are black rites, taboo magic that sacrifices our flesh. They can be activated in quests by meeting certain conditions. Basically, you have to be on low health. Once they're done, you pay the price, and you get a permanent debuff until you reverse the black rite. So our first is Infernus. The price is our skin. Offer your skin to gain the power of flame. Fire blankets surrounding enemies during the rite. Pay the price with defense reduced by half. Ooh. All right, we need a... the harpy doesn't like fire. So fire, fire. That's probably all fine besides. Let's go. I could have suffered worse than traveling with you, Sortiara said before reaching our journey's end. Don't die, will you? It's a goblin.
I am lucky you're my partner. Now, let us be off.
Oh. A friendly fire is in this game, unfortunately. Time to fight the harpy. There she is. Uh-oh. Oh. There we go. Oh no. So we can clip her wings like that.
Make it rain. I'll bleed you dry. Is it joy?
Oh, whoops. No, let me sacrifice it. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Down she goes.
Please, spare me my life.
Killing. That's what I mean.
Sorry, friend.
Drown this world in blood.
We killed it. We killed it dead. Sapling roots, a green giant's arm, a leaf drake egg, a noble woman's curio. Awaken the magic of the harpy to blast nearby enemies with a shriek. All right. Time for the last chapter of the last bit of the Sorcerer's Ordeal.
The monster was vanquished, and we both had our lives. But all was not well. Half of all who undertake this ordeal forfeit their lives. That much was unmistakable. Indeed, that is why I was careful not to grow too close to Sortiara. But nevertheless, the truth was simple. I thought of her as a friend. I realized this was dangerous. My resolve was being tested. My resolve as a sorcerer. There was only one thing to do. I had to make a sacrifice for the ordeal. I had to sacrifice the life of my partner.
Quite a mad indoctrination, was it not? The vile sorcerer's ordeal.
Could you walk over an ally's corpse to achieve your goals?
For that's the sort of metal the ordeal demands. Just one step away from completion.
Ooh, nearly there.
I had to stop myself from feeling any sense of camaraderie, for such emotions could only get in the way. So much happened on the journey. Sortiara was at once cruel and kind, barbarous and gentle. These memories haunt me. I wish them gone, I do, for they tear away at my heart. My eyes met hers. She probably felt exactly the same as I did. Her memories live on. It is the only consolation there is on this cruel ordeal we faced together.
The final test. Sacrifice your partner. My father was sacrificed, but I bear no grudge. Indeed, if I feel any resentment, it is towards the monsters he fought. That is why I shall undergo the ordeal to create a world free of monsters. Avalon has agents who eliminate those who disobey the rules of the ordeal. This cold-blooded murder is unavoidable.
Fighting against you is so trying. Still, it will only take an instant to kill you. At least now I can find
With Sortiara, you just need to keep the pressure up.
So I dreamt of drowning everything in its own blood. I needed your friendship.
There she goes.
Me.
Nearly unscathed? Oh, I took one hit. Okay. Got a whole bunch of things, which we'll get to in a bit.
Sortiara's memories and emotions came flooding through my right arm.
Alright, we will get to this post-quest story after the ads, but that is the Sorcerer's Ordeal complete. So yes, when we get back we will jump straight into the post bit and then see what's next. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all in a little bit. Okay. We are back. We have just murdered. We've just murdered our only friend. And now we need to deal with the consequences. Oh dear.
Along with something dark and terrifying. The blight of true sacrifice. It feels like she is still somewhere inside there. Sortiara's bloodlust is now my own. I dread to think of what will become of me, body or mind. And so, I started this journal. My ill fate may not be far off. The signs have begun to manifest. But even now, my right arm tells me that she is still here. With all of her hatred, all of her sorrow, and a dash of hope. This sensation is all that comforts me in my loss of a true friend. Several days later, my admittance into Avalon was confirmed. Avalon coordinated sorcerers and their monster extermination. It was here that I met him, the man with eternal life.
Now we inaugurate the author's new life as a bona fide sorcerer. What travels now await you? You will see as more pages become available as Phantom Quests. Uh-oh! You're not ready to read the other pages. There are still a few pages that you need to read first.
Reflection, Sortiara's soul.
Sortiara's soul dwells in my right arm. The soul speaks to me in a faint voice. I have decided to jot down what I can make out, so that it may serve as a record, so that someone, somewhere, can one day read of the sorceress Sortiara.
There is no denying that I was insane. Defiled as I was.
Hang on. Let's try that again. Hi, Pixie!
No denying that I was insane. It was triggered when I discovered the secret of my birth.
Welcome in. How you doing?
Defiled as I was.
We're having a wonderful
to
time
despise the world
murdering our best friend.
And envy all within it. What an abhorrent woman I became. Detesting all the world offered. Selfishness.
Murder?
Self-loathing.
On a Tuesday? Dang. Yeah, you're right. We're starting early.
Deep within me, I nurtured a hideous monstrosity known as bloodlust. When we first became partners, you too were a target of my hate. With your righteous manner, you were everything I was not. Of course, I was terribly alone, living as I had for so long. I had never known a single friend. Until I met you. When you patted my back, that alone eased my suffering beyond
Gave
measure.
her a little pat on the head, and our friendship began. And then a couple of days later, we killed her in cold blood.
If we had met under different circumstances, we could have been... No, that's unlike me. I allowed myself to imagine what could never be. And so I bear you no ill will. Although my life was spoiled by hatred, in my final moments, I felt what it means to be human. Thank you. However, I must apologize. My bloodlust has now passed into your right arm. Therein lies the terrible monstrosity reared deep within my soul. My first and final friend, I can only hope this foul horror will not beget your destruction. Until my dying breath, I prayed for only that.
What do you imagine our dear author thought of Sortiara's
Casual Tuesday
final
stabby.
words? The bloodlust inherited from Sortiara is a unique force indeed. With its power, our humble protagonist will influence the course of this very world. Go on and see how this grand tale unfolds.
Pixie, you're crossing the streams. From that day forth, my right arm changed, and a voice echoed, "Power, give me more power. And if I become a demon, so be it. I will endure the exile." Oh, I haven't heard that line in a while. All right, so we've got to get to Magassar. We've got some chapters here, but first things first, we've got some sorcerous deeds to do. I've also got to learn about combo magic, which is my favourite part of this whole game. The fact that you got it right away makes you a real one. Oh yeah. It began right after the Avalon trial when Sortiara was lost. My life as a sorcerer, I mean. Sortiara's curse continued to consume my right arm. Several years would pass before I encountered Magassar. In the years before I first met Magassar, I roamed the land and talked to many sorcerers. From them, I learned new ways to do battle. For example, I was taught how to do combo spells. So this is a feature in Delta, but not in the original. You can combine certain bits of magic to do special effects. So one of the main ones is for example, we can use... These are little motes of ice magic. If we use a non-elemental weapon spell, we get an ice axe. If we use evasion magic and weapon magic, we get a dash. And these are two really basic combo spells. There are some really fun ones that I am very excited to show you. That is dope, yeah. My build, the one that I am aiming for with this, I'm really excited to show off because they're two of my favourite spells in all of video games. Alright, Sorcerous Deeds. So, we are a sorcerer of Avalon, and that gives us faction quests, for example, the Wicked Sorcerer. But there are also two other organisations that we can join, Sanctuarium and Grimm, and we will get to them in a little bit, but first we're going to do the Avalon one. We're going to do the Wicked Sorcerer, and learn about Carnatux. Oh, I should say, if you go to a bit here where you haven't got it yet, you get this thing. My memory fails me. She wants to take control of me. Or like, there are other ones as well. Here, for example, there we go. I forget things that happened only a few hours ago. The blight gnaws away at my consciousness. So like, you can see like the curse kind of eating at the author and the journal itself. Alright, Carnatux. The Wicked Sorcerer, Chapter 1.
It was no good. The sorcerer had me cornered. I had just been passing through town. Our eyes happened to meet, and he swiftly offered me a unique fruit.
It's good. Try it.
I obliged, and the moment I finished eating, he came at me.
That fruit's not cheap, you know.
It was a scam. The man demanded a fortune. Enough for
Hi,
3
Happy!
modest
Thank you for the
parcels.
hydrate! I'm going a little tipsy. Little
Can't
sippy.
pay, you'll have to work off your debt.
Hello, Happy. How are you doing? It's so good to see you.
3 days and nights. I lost the battle of
We're being
wills,
nagged by a scammer, but it's okay because it's in the fictional world.
and so I ended up helping the sorcerer with his work.
First things first, we've got to kill some goblins. Oh yeah, so we've got some extra bits to do as well. Good. How are things going here? Really good. This is one of my favorite games of all time ever. So I'm really excited to be sharing it and playing it with you guys. Alright. So we have our arm. We can carve sigils into our arm. Which gives us stat boosts. There are 7 slots. One of them is cosmetic, this one here. So for example, we can change our arm to sword tiaras. Or we can just do little things here. So we'll put the growth sigil on for now. We've got element boosts here, so the neutralizing sigil where it helps us with poison. These are offering slots. So you can see here we can boost our arm magic or weapon magic. We need we need to sacrifice. We need to sacrifice an orc. We've got homing magic, solo healing, shield, evasion. Evasion's probably one we want to aim for as well. So we need goblin life essences. Goblin, miserly, and grave spike life essences. Okay. And then we get basic stats. The vigor sigil, the slayer sigil, 2 orcs. We need to sacrifice 2 orcs. That's going to make me feel real bad because they're cats. We'll put the vigor sigil on for now though. We won't worry about any of these. Okay. And then we can change our faction eventually, but we're not there yet. Okay. I have become indebted to him, and all because I accepted a piece of fruit. I doubt I've ever felt more pathetic. Welcome to Noah's Desert. We got some goblins to kill. And that's Carnatux.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
He's a charming Scotsman. Alright. Let's go.
Keep it up. Find things we can sell.
Oh, there's an Arabistical over there.
Can't sell it. I don't want it.
Oh, I missed. Oh, we need goblin life essences. I guess let's save some. Oh, you can also do things like this. So these guys are scavengers, so they come down to, you can kind of trick them into coming over to corpses.
Keep it up. Find things we can sell.
The fist. Yeah.
Keep it up. Find things we can sell.
It reminds me of the art. It is very Arthur Fist. Stop backing up! Thank you. Where'd that go? That's there. Clench. Grr. Ow! Kinda sucks.
Keep it up. things we can sell.
Let me save you. Let me save you. Let me save you. No! I didn't get there in time. F. Oh, we only got first rate. Boo. We got the Greedy Sigil. The Greedy Sigil lets us use Carnatux's arm, which is very funny.
In the world of men, wealth and power serve to measure one's worth. Only sorcerers have their own ways of judging people. We risk our lives daily in fierce combat. For many sorcerers, wealth is an abstraction. This man was an exception. I'd never seen a sorcerer so obsessed with counting beans.
Carnatux and his beans.
He laughed as he spoke, revealing his shiny gold teeth. I could only sigh.
Chapter 2.
Carnatux. I nearly fell over when I heard his name. He was infamous. He targeted monsters driven by lust for money, and was known for demanding the greatest share of the spoils, leaving his allies shortchanged. Carnatux continued to badger me about my debt.
Better pay quick before the interest gouges you.
I accompanied this sorcerer on a short trip in order to pay off my debt.
Gravespike goblins. We need those. I'll tell you what, we're gonna do. We mean out of fuse offerings. Great. We don't need to do that right now. So the spell we are looking for. What doodle? This doodle. They are very cute. I do like the monster doodles in this game are very good. Like, they're very clearly not drawn by a professional, which is great. Like, hang on a sec, let me go back to hang on. Some of the art in this game is amazing. Like, look at that. That's Avalon. That's super cool. Other times, it does look like that. So if we go to, hang on. Yeah. Let's go to the Jack-o'-lantern.
We took care of that loss.
He's just a little boy.
Yes, we did. The sensation of flaying flesh.
And then we've got little ghouls. So, like,
Why
little
did you look
burbs.
after me?
That's so good.
I asked
Look at those
Sorcerer
chicken
as he
legs.
woke.
But then there's also, like, we also get, like, a little anime portrait of Sortiara, which is, like that. It's a nice touch, I think. Anyway, right. Our boy's a weeb. Okay. Where were we? Gravespike goblins. These little fellas. Oh, we need to do this as well. Graveclod. Blizzard Wolf Fang. A sorcerer has no use for riches, and yet Carnatux insists on collecting his precious trinkets.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
Look at these little goblins. Little goblins.
Monsters like that earn me much money.
Oh, we need life essences from these guys. We need 2 Gravespike life essences. Not plus. We need normal ones. We need regular. Stop giving me the rare ones. I need the normal ones. Oh, Meisler's. Great. Oh, okay.
My friend. You go on.
Ah, these guys are fire. We'll just use blood. We'll use blood to wrap these guys up.
We can't sell it. I don't want it.
Oh. Ah! Bruh.
So you're beaten and poor. Life's tough.
Shut up, Cartux. Interestingly, depending on the balance of magic and life in your body, your blood changes color. When you're when you've got higher magic than life, your blood is black. When you've got higher life than magic, your blood is white. Second rate? Rude. How get rainbow blood? You can't, unfortunately. You can have red. You can have red, white, or black blood. Well, shit.
He cared about nothing other than wealth.
No fortune is ever enough.
We two are both sorcerers. A sorcerer worth his salt can make a small fortune. It just depends how low he is willing to stoop. But still, he was not satisfied.
It's not enough, not even close.
The question is, what fueled his insatiable lust for wealth? We hid in the shadows, observing. We spotted our target.
A pretty impressive beast, eh?
Some people wield sorcery to satiate their lust for wealth, blindly melding with random gold trinkets to grotesque ends. Countless people have suffered this fate, transforming into monsters. We faced one such creature then. Similar ones scattered the land. They are sometimes called slum slime.
We're in the money today!
Carnatux cracked a conniving smile and set after the monster.
An avaricious slime. We want Axe Edge. We don't want that. We probably want... I'll tell you what we can do. We can do, maybe, if we're lucky, we'll use the Blizzard Wolffang, and we'll use this, the Spark Tree Root. He sort of sounded like Peter from Kingdom Hearts. Say Slum Slime 10 times faster. Slum Slime. He sounds a little bit like Peter, yeah. Right. So there are 6 elements in this game. There's Flame, Frost, Volt, Stone. 5 elements in this game, sorry. Flame, Frost, Volt, Stone, Venom. And they work in a circle. Flame beats Frost, beats... No, do it 10 times. Oh, say Slum Time 10 times fast. Sometimes. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes. There you go. The Doodle. Incredible Doodle. Masterpiece. when you... What are the words I'm trying to say? You can use... Basically, you can use the elemental advantage to cause a thing to do a thing, essentially. So... Oh, sorry, it works in reverse. So Venom beats Stone, Stone beats Volt, Volt beats Frost, Frost beats Fire, Fire beats Venom. So I have packed an Ice element and a Volt element, and I will show you why. If it lets me do it. I might completely cock it up. Carnotux's right arm has become sheathed in gold, a consequence of his irrepressible greed, surely. And this is our first use of a, I think it's called a beast spell. It's not an arm spell. The arm spells are the big fists. But the...
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
Say the line, Bart. But a Blizzard Wolffang lets us do this. We get a big wolf, which gives us a thrust attack and a breath attack, which you will see in a second. Slime. Oh. Freeze, please. Freeze, please. Freeze, please. Bruh. Bruh. There we go. There we go. So we can combine spells like that to do extra damage. And also knock him down wherever it is. Oh, there's an enemy there. Let's grab that. Get a little bit of health. Cut his legs off, make him fall over.
Money to be made here. I can feel it in my bones.
In his bones. Heat wave strengthens heat magic.
Almost in the bag.
Hi, Dice! Welcome in. We just beat a slime. So sometimes you won't get the option to save or sacrifice a monster because the story will determine what needs to happen to it. Most of the time you will. How are you doing, Dice? Legendary. Very good. Bing, 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 bing. Nice. Ember Tuft, Gravel Shield Fragment, a Cremation Clod, Slime Ooze, and also a Ember Tuft. 1 Goblin Life Essence. There we go. We've got the Scarlet Flame and the Serene Sigil. And we also got the Sprinter Sigil. That's what we wanted. Doing good, just wrapping up work and want to say hi. You love this game. Yes! This game is so good. It's so good. It needs a remaster.
This one was drowning in debt.
I need this to be not on the Vita, please.
Knew our target. He knew this avarice slime when he was still human, and how he devolved to this state. He couldn't bear to see his wife and children in poverty. He loved his family, and thought that money would bring them happiness. But his love soon transformed into unbridled greed. Carnatux reflected plaintively.
You would love this and the Legend of Dragoon remaster very much.
Tis the curse
Say,
of wealth.
Legend of Dragoon at the very least got a port.
Greed could drive a man mad.
I know Labra and I were talking about Legend of Dragoon a little while ago, and she mentioned to me that Legend of Dragoon, at the very least, got a port onto the PlayStation 4/5, and you can get it if you have PlayStation Plus, or I think you can just buy it outright. Excuse me. But Soul Sacrifice is just withering on the Vita, and that makes me so sad, because I think every studio that touched this game no longer exists. Like, this was developed by Marvelous AQL and Japan Studio. I know definitely the Japan Studio doesn't exist anymore, because the wreckage of that studio became what is now Team Asobi. And Marvelous AQL, I don't know what they do anymore. I don't even know if they're still active.
The world can do without more greedy wretches like me.
He did what he had to do, but not what I expected.
Chapter 4.
Carnatux told me that we had one more job to do.
Deliver the contractor the news.
Now I realized we were hired guns. I had no choice but to follow.
The poorer areas produce more than their fair share of monsters.
It was an old story. A person facing difficult circumstances was easily seduced by material greed.
Aye, if we were all rich, there would be no monsters.
This was not the sort of thing I expected to hear from him. I was now very curious. Just what kind of a place were we destined for?
Anavista Ghouls. Alright, we got a new sigil. Let's put the sigil on. Not the diversity sigil, this one. Sprinter sigil. We're going to potentially want Iron Mill. We will take this off, and in its place we will put... What will we put? What will we do? I think we'll just leave it, I guess. Yeah. I guess we can get a medium range spell. Let's get... Well, let's use Ember Tuft, why not? Okay. If everyone in the world were rich, there would be no monsters. That was his creed. I must admit, I'm curious to learn more of his thoughts. Though faded, there was a scent of another magic, different from the monsters. It was a smell only one of my own would know. A dying sorcerer. So sometimes you will find sorcerers in the field. And you'll have a choice whether to sacrifice or save them. And we are going to do just that.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
Who's dying? Ashala. I'm coming, Ashala.
Someone.
Save. Revive an ally. Use some health to revive a fallen ally. Sacrifice. Sacrificing allies unleashes powerful magic. We'll save. Yep.
You can treat those wounds. I'll lend you the money if you ask nicely.
Right, we need a couple of Orcesses, so... Sorry. I know. I'm very sorry. I feel bad. I feel terrible. Don't make me feel worse. making sure you boost your score is really important, especially when you are looking for specific oh shoot. Things. Offerings.
Powerful indeed.
Offering is the word I was looking for.
This is proving tougher than I thought.
Save the cat. Sack the bird. Carnatux, do you mind not shooting me with...
Powerful indeed.
Bruh. There we go.
Now, decide what you're going to do with your victim.
Who put this thing on my back? What's that? What's this? Who planted a thing on my back? That's rude. Me, second rate again. Gross. There's our Slayer sigil. You rescued a sorcerer who was nearly killed by monsters. The sorcerer spoke, I wish to lend my power. So, if you save archfiends or people in the wild, they will come back and help you, and you can just recruit them as party members. So there is an advantage to saving archfiends beyond just the experience boost. You get more party members who all have their unique loadouts. So, like, it's worth saving them sometimes.
We came upon it, a town of ruin, not shown on any map. A family greeted Carnatux. A child and its mother. The child held a fruit that I had become recently familiar with. The fruit that Carnatux tricked me into eating when we first met. He patted the child on the head as he spoke.
Don't worry. Your father'll be back before long.
This family was our contractor. The family of the man who had become the avaricious slime. Carnatux saved him because his family had requested it. And when he did, the father could come home. Carnatux gave the family our entire stash of valuables. All the gold and trinkets that we had pirated.
This is repayment for the fruit. This man ate it.
Helping the poor. It was preventative. So that perhaps the next monster would never be. One man's way of ridding the world of monsters. I'm sure he is still out there, digging for gold.
If we were all rich, there would be no monsters.
And he is absolutely right.
There's been a change with the merchant Carnatux. Some odd jobs are available now.
So this is the new piece of, that's another piece of Delta content.
Are you used to the phantom quests now? If you feel you've earned enough experience within my pages, and wish to challenge Magusar, then speak to me. Although at this point, that would be suicide.
Take some Lacrima. So yeah, this was a new piece of Delta content as well, where you got basically new stuff. So Carnotux has quests for you, and you can buy outfits from him. Vidyara has rumors, which impact quests. Oryx and Cassus both have network things. So we won't be using them, but we can use these two just fine. Hi, Carnotux.
You're welcome to any clothes that catch your fancy here. Not for free, of course. You'll have to trade.
Yeah, so we can buy stuff. Outfits and things. We can get an Avalon hood. We can get, where was it? We can get some Benui ears. But for the first bit, we'll just pick up these outfits. Nomad.
All right.
Pardoner. Liberator. And we can get different colours of them as well. Like here. It can be bright gold if you want. Anyway. Benui. So we're going to change out our raiments. We're going to put on the Nomad bottoms. We'll go faction for that. And we'll go faction for this. Just because that looks quite cool. We can also do, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Be a cow, it could be a cow person. We'll stick with Noble though. I like the sleeves on Noble. I'm a big fan of the Noble outfit. It's so cool. We can also take the hood off if we want to, but we're not going to do that. Because then we lose the sleeves. Right, we got the Slayer Sigil. Let's get that. Bobby Bob. Plop. Attack amp. Very nice. We don't need this yet. We don't need any of those. We don't have any of those. So, we've still got some more things to do. 2 stories left before we get access to kind of the rest of Soul Sacrifice. We've got to get ourselves introduced to the 2 other factions, Sanctuarium and Grim. Let's do Sanctuarium. Let's do Sanctuarium first. Heretic Savior. Sympather.
We're partners for this ordeal, it seems.
Her name was Sympather. Suddenly, I had a partner again, and we were tasked with chasing monsters. The problem was, it reminded me of the ordeal. The Sorcerer's Ordeal, which ended in my sacrificing Sortiara. And once again, the whims of fate have partnered me with a woman.
Gender.
But this ordeal was different, in one key respect. This time we don't kill, we save. This ordeal forces us to break the Sorcerer's code. We were blocked by a herd of monsters. Sympather spoke.
Our dedication to mercy is already being tested.
Berries! Yeah, so Sanctuarium is all about saving things rather than killing them. So we have to make sure that we don't sacrifice anything. We have to save it. As an Avalon sorcerer, that means we get health restores, but we also don't get the rewards of that. But fortunately here, we get to carry out the pacts as a member of Sanctuarium. If I overcome this test, I'll be allowed to join the organization. Its name is not one to be bandied about, however. Sometimes, when the world is still and quiet, I can hear it. The voice of Sortiara coming from my right arm. Rage, sadness, hate. What dread emotion grips her soul? What is it that gives voice to her wordless cries? Away we go. The Elven Valley. This game is gorgeous, by the way. It's just like I know it's a portable game, so the quality's not like up there, but the art direction is just on point. It's so good. Hi, Sympather.
I shall save this impure world.
So yeah, our color we're because we were wearing faction colors, we're now in white and blue as opposed to. Oh, I missed. Whoops. There we go. Save the kitties. Salvation renews offering strength. Yeah. One thing that is actually good, as a member of Sanctuarium, when you save a monster, when you sacrifice a monster, it boosts your attack power. So there is actually there is an advantage. Can you?
Monsters
Okay. Well.
too deserve compassion.
Oh, spiders. Get down, please.
Monsters too deserve compassion.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Save the Speederos. And next up, we've got Darius.
Monsters too deserve compassion.
Which are bees. We did it.
Some souls can be saved, not only eaten by.
Nyum. Second rate? Yeah.
Sympather must really want to earn high marks on this. We forged ahead without resting.
Well, they might not be resting, but we're going to take a little break. So, I'll see you all after ads. I'm just going to stretch my legs, grab a drink, and then we'll be back with some more Soul Sacrifice. Hello, sorry about that. Ever so slight delay because I realised it was slightly cold, so I had to make myself something to warm up. Right. Where were we? We just started Heretic Savior. Okay, let's keep on with that then.
Sanctuarium was a secret society.
Hi, Tracy. Welcome in.
Their code was
whoops.
never... Sanctuary. The enigmatic group's mission was to save any and all monsters.
Thank you very much. How are you doing today?
Their code was never kill friends, never kill monsters. They rejected sacrifice and served to save all forms of life. Sanctuarium attracts some of the most idiosyncratic sorcerers among us, and is rumored to be rapidly expanding its ranks. A long line of sorcerers wait for their chance to take the ordeal offered by Sanctuarium. Sympather and I were two such people. While we were resting, Sympather pulled out a book.
This is by Lenixian. Have you read it?
Lenixian was the leader of Sanctuarium. Sympather decided to join Sanctuarium after reading Lenixian's manifesto. Sympather had a close friend, a man that she fully trusted. She'd been wounded in battle. Facing the beast, her friend panicked and tried to sacrifice her. Sympather barely escaped with her life, and has since questioned the way of the sorcerer.
What about you? Why join Sanctuarium?
Without answering, I rose to my feet, ready for battle. We were surrounded by monsters.
Minotaur. Let's go. So the Minotaur is an interesting one, and we'll do a little bit of the dig here because every monster has lore. That lore will often contain hints about how to beat it. So, so you can scroll through these. There's a lot to get through, but you can see every so often. Where is it? Ta-da! Giant axe with a warp blade highlighted. There we go. Damage to her mother axe is sure to send the beast into a blind rage. Oh, help if I could. Help if I could. Hang on. There we go. Even mad, her mother's laughter was sweet anodyne to the girl. To her dying day, she would never once wish it silenced. So yeah, you can scroll through the hint, the monster text to understand a bit about how you might go about beating it, which is very cool. I would read through it, but that's going to take up a lot of time. So we are just going to go through it. We're going to go straight to the quest. I don't think she has an element, so I think we'll be fine with what we've got. So we are going to take on this Minotaur. Sympather looked so sincere when she spoke about Lenixian. She was just like a child.
I shall save this impure world.
Oh, we're probably about to trigger the Minotaur, so... Oh, nearly. Not quite. Hello. Minotaur. So we need to make her drop her axe, and then we need to destroy it.
Don't forfeit your life. You have people to save.
Like that.
We must retreat.
And she's mad. Whoa! Okay. So let's get some support magic out, because we're going to need a bit of a dash.
Don't forfeit your life. You have people to save. Too deserve compassion.
Oh, rude.
You have people to save. Raging beast is at bay for now.
Sometimes the stage will change as well.
Come! We must pacify this beast!
Right.
To save.
Okay. Ow.
Don't risk your life needlessly. You have people to save.
Help if I dodged.
Salvation is at hand for this beast. Don't risk your life needlessly. You have people to save.
Did she just destroy a monster with her Minotaur booty? She sure did. She's got a butt check. Ah, and out she goes.
Save me. Find you would be so sad.
We did it. We saved her. Oh my word, we're not doing too well with this. It's fine, we're working on it. Gaudentia. The monster was saved, its human form restored. With deep gratitude, they left these words. I will never forget this, and when the day comes, I will repay you in kind.
All was quiet again. We took turns on lookout duty. One kept watch, the other rested. While Sympatha was on guard, I thumbed the copy of the book by Nyxian that she had lent me. Pages devoted to the denunciation of the foul practice of sacrificial absorption. Save men and monsters alike. Reject the practice of sacrifice and consign it to our past. Let us build a utopia, excluding all tarnished, undeserving souls. I closed the book, packing it away. The concept seemed oversimplified and extreme. Idealism has its place, but something felt strange.
Chapter 3.
Sanctuarium was created by Lenyxion. Lenyxion openly broke the Sorcerer's code. He is viewed as a monster by sorcerers. Edicts have circulated that order his assassination. Despite his widespread infamy, he has proven elusive. And even his physical appearance is unknown. Until now. I caught rumor of an ordeal being held by Sanctuarium. If I can get inside, arranging to meet Lenyxion would be easy. My goal is to assassinate Lenyxion. Sympatha stirred, bringing me back to the real world. Before long, we faced monsters again.
Miserly goblins. Ooh, a thunder blanket. Great. So there are, as I mentioned, the combo magic is really important in this game. It's also my favorite part of it. One of the things that I am looking for is a special kind of combo magic that you get from combining terrain spells and bomb magic. So we need 2 of those. So the blanket spells are terrain spells. That's part 1. Bomb spells are the second bit, which we'll go looking for shortly. I managed to make it inside. It shouldn't be too difficult to find a chance to kill Lenyxion. This has been my goal since deciding to take the test.
I shall save this impure world.
Ooh, cool. Draw them over.
Was there really no salvation for that beast?
Save the bird. Draw another one over. Drawing them over is kind of the important thing because these guys just like to fly around otherwise. So like you want to draw them over like this.
Some souls can be saved, even in the heat of battle. Was there really no salvation for that beast?
Like so. Oh, we're back to a neutral arm. How about that? So your arm will flip between divine, dark, and neutral depending on the balance of magic and life in your balance of magic and life levels. And it will gain ranks the more extreme that difference is, unless it's neutral, at which point it's got to stay perfectly balanced. First ring, better. There's the Thunder Blanket.
After she was betrayed by her only friend, she lost the ability to trust. Sympather will tell you, humans are tarnished. Under the aegis of Linixium, Sanctuarium will cleanse the world of human impurities.
Totally reasonable.
Sympather tells me that she has chosen to dedicate her very life to this higher calling.
You must feel the same, I think.
Sympather assumed that we were kindred spirits. We were different as night and day. I had sacrificed Sortiara as a stepping stone. Things have never been the same. If Sortiara had lived on, would she be like Sympather?
I like how this guy is immediately like, I used this person as a stepping stone, but it irrevocably changed me, and I've never been able to recover. Chapter 4.
We now finally faced our target. If we could save this creature, then we would pass the ordeal. The air was thick with a sinister haze. Sympather looked around, but did not think to look behind. The beast lurched from the shadows and struck Sympather into the air. The great beast turned on me next. Near death, Sympather's eyes met mine.
I don't want you to die.
Lapis! Thank you so much for the raids. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Her in sacrifice.
Congrats on bringing back the witness. How was it?
So that you may
Welcome in, everyone.
I replied without thought.
Dream Raid. Hi, Ray.
I
Hi, Lapis. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming in. For those of you who are new
Sympather
here,
reminded me of
let's get through this dialogue first, shall we?
That had been an experience that I could not repeat.
There we go. My name's Nozomi. I'm a senior Otherworld assessor. I'm currently in the process of assessing, we're playing this game, Soul Sacrifice Delta, which is one of my favorite games of all time ever. I am so excited to be playing it. This is a grimdark Arthurian / grim fairy tales fantasy with a Monster Hunter sort of gameplay loop. It was released for the PlayStation Vita 10 years ago, and that's where it died, and I'm very sad about that. Pegasus. Right, this is an ice monster, so we're going to prep some thunder spells. We'll start with, let's go Folgatuft, and we'll get the Thunder Drake egg. But yeah, how was the Witness? Tell me about it. And then we'll also use the Stormbird Pinion, and then do we have a lightning weapon spell? We've got a lightning arm. We don't have a lightning spell. Okay, that's fine. But we've got the Folgatuft, so that's okay. Ooh, a Frost Bulb. We need to try and get a legendary. Oh, I guess. Tell you what, we will do. We'll swap this out for a Stonebird Pinion, because if we can do Elemental Hell on this guy, then we can get the skillful attack, which is good. Right, let's go deal with this. Carried Sympather to a sheltered spot. She is not some stranger to be murdered without remorse. Though our time together on this journey was short, I will not throw it away. Yeah, Lapis, how was the Witness? Tell me about it. We'll draw the orc over, I think. There we go. Nice. Another one there. Oh, we're now at Divine Heart. Sorry, Pegasus, be with you in just a second. Alright, we're gonna go 1. It was nice. You got running in loops looking for something that you couldn't find. Oh, that's frustrating. I always find that with puzzle games. You get to a point where it's just like, I don't know where I need to go. Look at this guy. Kim Pegasus. Let's do this. Nice. Perfect. And it's going to take a while. Oh, you finished the game, but you're looking for 100%. Oh, okay, right. Oh, that orc got big in the background. Ow! Well, I hope it doesn't take that long. We got frozen. But yeah, welcome in. If you need to take a break, please do. Self-care is always important. Oh, this is gonna... There's an armor thing somewhere. There's an armor spell somewhere that's going to be useful soon. There it is. Create armor. Got it. Cool. This means we don't freeze. That's just warning us about the ammo. Pegasus, sir, ma'am, your umbilical cord seems to be hanging out. Yeah, does tend to do that. I think it is just his tail, fortunately. But everything is a little bit gross. Ah, missed. Get down, please. Oh, there we go. That still throws me? For real? Oh, it's because I'm out of the thing. Okay. And he's dead. Oh, it is his umbilical cord. Oh, that's disgusting. I never noticed that before. Also, we broke his eyes. And now we save his life. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Excuse me! I'm busy! Trying to save a life. Do you mind? Yeah, I get it. Working on it. Saved. We did it. Another wonderful little doodle for Happy. Over 400, 370, 400. There we go. Frost bulb. Now we just need the frost blanket, and we can do what I want to do. Traitor's horn. Sanctuarium faction now available. And Eren was saved. The monster was saved, its human form restored. With deep gratitude, they left these words: "I will never forget this, and when the day comes, I will repay you in kind."
I struggled to catch my breath, and Simpatha nonchalantly rose to her feet and dusted herself off.
You pass.
It was evident that her injuries were just scratches. Now it made sense. I was being tested. Simpatha had been acting all along. Simpatha, otherwise known as Lenixian, leader of Sanctuarium. She had come out to take part in the ordeal, to size up the new initiates for herself. By not resorting to sacrifice, I passed the test.
Well, what now? Aren't you going to kill me?
She saw right through me. She told me that she faces assassins on a regular basis. I shook my head. Enough. This was enough.
The bitch. Why are you lying?
I couldn't kill her anymore. From that moment, she always made me think of Sortiara.
You're a strange one. I thought you'd come here for me.
She smiled as she said it, the first natural smile that I'd seen.
You know, I think I like you.
Sanctuarium's leader was born to play her role. I felt it in the gentleness of her smile as it soothed my weary body.
We will speak again someday, as friends who journeyed together.
The journal's author was an Avalon sorcerer. That was the one constant. The journal demonstrates this fact. But don't forget, I am a book. I could change the sorcerer's affiliation, if you want. I could change Avalon to some other organization. Perhaps you ought to ask yourself, what do you really believe?
So, yeah, there are 3 factions to join. We need to unlock the we need to unlock the 3rd one now. But when you change, the conditions for your rewards also change. So Avalon favors sacrificing. Sacrificing monsters will renew your offerings, so your ammo will replenish, and saving monsters will restore your health. But you will also be scored favorably based on sacrificing monsters. So the more you sacrifice, the higher the score you get. Sanctuarium is the complete opposite. So it favors saving monsters. You are rewarded in the score for saving monsters as often as you can. Saving will reload your offerings, renew them, but sacrificing will enhance your magic and give you a power boost. So it's actually quite good. The last one, Grim, we are going to get to now. But Grim is sort of the weird middle of the road child. But first things first, we unlocked. Where is it? In here somewhere. The Frost Bulb. That is part 1 of the combo magic we need. So we're going to go to the Ars Magica. No, we're not. We're going to go to the Ars Magica this way. Each time you obtain a new offering, it will be recorded here. Your intelligence rises as offerings are recorded. We are going to look for terrain. Okay, so we can't get it at the moment. When a quest will give you a spell, it's recorded here, so you can sort of go hunting for specific materials. What we are looking for is the Frost terrain spell. And I'll show when we can get it. I'll show you why. Mad Chronicle, Deeds, Grim, Seeing Red. Let's go meet our final guild, our final pack organization, Grim. And this woman.
Should you see a crimson-cowled girl bearing an apple, do not run.
Oh, come on.
Should you... It wouldn't help. You are already caught in her snare. So goes the tale of the sorcerer known as Red Hood. If it is true, I fear nothing can save me now.
Hey, do a girl a favor.
And she's
She
Irish.
approached me in a tavern. By nature, sorcerers favor shadows and avoid drawing undue attention. Flaming crimson garb like hers is a sight rarely seen.
You're not allowed to refuse. You know who I am, yes?
True to the legends, she was a specialist in illusion. She assured me I was already a prisoner to her handiwork.
Then you know what to expect if you don't stay on my good side.
And so I was half threatened, half dragged away from a perfectly good pint.
Gnomes. Let's go deal with some gnomes. A rock tuft, healing seeds, and a blizzard wolf fang. Do we have frost? Do we have the snow tufts? Yeah. Snow tuft? No. Okay. Let's just go back to regular. let's go back to neutral spells. What am I looking for? I guess that will do. That, no, this. Okie doke. So we're now on the Divine Arm, which means we've lost part of our attack amp sigil. So we need to restore that. But fortunately, we're about to go killing some things, and this set of quests does not care what we do, just so long as we do it. All right. The apple, synonymous with Red Hood. The apple shade is a special totem that produces powerful hallucinations. How many men have been fooled by her? Another vision, as if I have not had my fill. A curse left by a one-time ally. A hallucination conjured within her right arm. Will the illusion cast by Red Hood grow even greater now? From within my arm, Sortiara tries to tell me something. When she does, an unreal vision flickers before my eyes, a dark phantasm of murderous intent. Back to Elvenvale.
I'll drive you mad with my illusions.
Leave to Fate, the third option. Select Sacrifice and Save together, allows for balanced gains in life and magic, and you acquire the Fiend's Luck. These are Benoys. Berries.
Clean up this mess.
Oops. Ow. Messed that up. No, that didn't work at all. Hey.
Sacrifice it or save it.
Rocktuft.
Was it magic or lust? Perhaps it was her silver tongue.
Why not all three?
Everyone agreed she made her way by bewitching others. Even veteran sorcerers were said to be defenseless against her illusions. More than anything, it was the fact that she became a monster that sealed her poor reputation. They say she drained victims' lives to fuel her own, thereby ensuring she'd live forever. A chilling story. Except the girl standing before me now seemed anything but a monster. For her to be as old as the legends and look as young as she does is monstrous enough.
Drop those silly ideas now. You're my dog, like it or not.
She lazily rolled an apple about in her hand as she spoke. It was clear she was onto something, chasing a tip. Helping her in this search was the only way to break free of her illusory chains.
So, is it Grimm you're after too?
The Order of Grimm. The mysterious cult was still new, but growing at a wildfire's pace. It's rumored the tavern where we'd met was a gathering place for its membership.
Well, it seems we share a goal.
Intelligence on the cult fetches a high price from the agents of Avalon. Perhaps the promise of that reward is what drives her current search. Here follows Grimm's tale. Once there lived a prophet, Grimm. Those who took his word for truth banded together, and a society was born. Red leaned in, eager for any word of Grimm I'd heard. The next moment, her expression changed.
Uh-oh.
A monster on the road ahead. Cold sweat trickled down my back. My body sensed its strength. Immediately, Red sprang into action. I had scarcely exhaled by the time she was gone. Vanished. I'd have been a fool to expect any different. This was the infamous Red Hood. Using others was her speciality.
She flee. Time for the 3 little pigs. Kill the 3 pigs. These guys use poison, which means we need flame. So we're gonna go like this. Do I have the frost pinion? No, we'll use the snow tree root then. Cool. Let's go see what the 3 little pigs are like. The Oracle Grimm lived long ago, but among the believers his influence remains great. They preach that humans suffer because the gods created this world out of capriciousness. Avalon denies Grimm's teachings, for they have no foundation. They warn us to beware of dangerous idealists who threaten the world with chaos. Look at that goopy boy. So goopy. So, let's well, first things first, let's deal with these orcs. And because they're cats, we'll save them. We have to be careful. These guys drop, as you can see, they drop like puddles of poison when they get hit, which is very frustrating because it's a very easy way to lose your unscathed bonus. Save the kitty cats. All right, 3 little pigs time. There they are. Where you going? Oh. Hey. And that's 2. Ah, points. I wonder if we can get the elemental now. There we go. Just bully him for a little bit whilst he sits there, and he's dead. Easy. And we'll deal with this guy whilst we wait. GG. Hi, Xanaku. Xenaku even, sorry. Apologies. We're going to sack. We're going to sack. And we're going to sack. Sorry, 3 little pigs. Oh. Down he goes. Oh. But yeah, welcome in. How you doing? Wee. I'm a blur. Nyong. This game looks like a banger. It is really good. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it so much. I'm just really sad that it died on the Vita, which is where we are currently playing it. Oh, we got flame terrain, but I need flame bulb. Piggy Plank. The magic of the 3 little pigs stops attacks with a porky shield. Alright, onwards.
Good boy. Now heal. We've a long way to go yet.
Hello, Red.
She reappeared the moment danger had passed, nibbling at her apple without a hint of guilt.
Fancy sharing information? We both stand to benefit.
I told her all I'd learned. Central to Grimm's revelations was the eternal recursion. He claimed the world had come and gone and been made new again, time after time. The gods of creation are capricious things, and never satisfied for long. Druid or Romulus, these gods cared nothing for the struggles of man.
Terminology. Druids are sorcerers. Romulus are non-magic people.
Both of them outright. They claim neutrality is man's sole means of standing against the cruel apathy of those gods. As I finished speaking, I looked to her, or to the void where she had stood moments earlier. I cursed my naivety. For I knew she was a shameless cheat. Yet I blithely handed over precious intelligence for nothing. She'll feast for weeks, while my big mouth goes empty. It took me 3 days to track her down.
You sniffed me out.
She started.
I already sold that tidbit about Grimm, by the by.
She hadn't yet realized. I imagine she's unaccustomed to being played after all. Intelligence on Grimm was only ever a secondary concern of mine.
Wait a minute. It was me you were after?
It was. I had gone to that tavern hunting for the infamous Red Hood. I needed a way to break this illusion. Not any spell Red Hood had placed me under. But the
This is
visions
the
from
Dark
my own
Grimm of
right
Red Riding Hood.
arm.
Correct. Red Hood is, yeah, she's Red
As
Riding
an
Hood.
expert in illusions, perhaps she could break the curse Sortiara left me.
Don't expect too much. I'm not the legend rumors make me out to be.
A roar echoed out from somewhere. I could feel the beast was close, and soon enough, Red was gone. Her parting words hung in the air.
Don my cap approach any fool saying, "You're under my spell," and watch them jump a mile. Legendary illusions, more the illusions of legends in truth. Didn't you jump, though?
Snow White in Resplendent Rapunzel. Oh, the Mortal Bane bulb. We need that. We want that. We don't have the matching terrain spell yet, but we're getting them. We need to get, ideally, Legendary Sorcerer on this. Which means we'll probably keep this set up, because I don't think she has, I think she might, oh, she uses poison, so yeah, that works for us. 3 Little Pigs, Big Bad Wolf is the main villain or something else. So, the Grimm fairy tales are kind of a flavour of this game, but they're not really the central thing. The Big Bad Wolf is in this though, after a fashion. I'd heard it from a sorcerer who'd been a victim of her trickery. Sit down in a certain place in the inn, I was told, and she will be sure to approach. I must learn more of the cult of Grimm. Her illusion was a clever lie using the story of Red Hood, but the effect may have been more powerful than any spell. There's a reason man turns to monster. When someone prays to the legendary chalice, a price must be paid. Thus, they say, a monster is the final culmination of a life tainted by desire. Welcome to Resplendent Rapunzel. It's horrifying. Nice. Oh, I need to sacrifice these guys. Thank you. Oh no, we've got an ad break. I'm sorry. I've been playing a little bit longer today, so we'll... Snow White time. Hello, Snow White. Ow. some space. Oh, I'm dying. What a beautiful eye she has. There we go. We're in trouble. Oh no. Oh dear. I don't think we're gonna get there. No. Yeah, second rate. That's annoying. Oh well. Alright. Next up.
There was no end to them. For each fiend I slew, 2 more sprang up. Hours passed. My sense of time dulled as my consciousness faded.
I'd feel guilty if you died here. Waste of a good dog.
I turned and saw her standing there.
Welcome back from
She
ads,
raised
everyone.
her apple high and spoke in a whisper.
Red Hood is saving us.
The monsters fell in a chorus of thuds, curiously now sound asleep. At her feet lay the fragments of the shattered apple. A common sorcerer, average at best. Her words, not mine. Only when using an apple shade as the sacrifice was she able to craft a grand illusion. She also confessed the Red Hood of legend, master of illusion turned monster, was her grandmother. She told me she was the 3rd of her name. From the day she took up her predecessor's mantle, everyone shrank and kept their distance. She'd begged entry into Avalon, but they turned her away for being of a monster's bloodline.
You're quite odd, you know.
She watched my face as she spoke, eyes filled with curiosity. I was the first, it seemed.
This is similar to Dante's Inferno, is it?
To try and deal with the legendary.
I'm not too
Red
familiar
Hood.
with Dante's Inferno, so go for it.
Those visions there, from your right arm, they're far beyond me. But not Gran.
Had she put aside the cowl and the name, she'd have had no trouble finding acceptance. But she chose to remain the 3rd Red Hood. Why should she be the one to bend?
To save or sacrifice
Who
is
were
the same
they
method
to
in
judge
Dante
her
Inferno.
on
Oh, you're
name
talking about
and
the game.
clothes alone?
Right, Dante's Inferno. Yeah, I've also not played
She
that, so
refused to buckle to the prejudiced stares of strangers.
I was thinking of Inferno as in the Divine Comedy, the poem that game is
Similia.
based on.
That's my real name.
Similia.
If true, this is the first time she's spoken about herself. The first time she's given her name. To the masses, Red Hood was name enough.
That there is Gran. It's my first time seeing her as well.
It was a monster, no question. The original Red Hood, Similia's grandmother. We had planned well in advance. First, we had to save old Gran. I would ask if she had the knowledge I sought, and then her fate would be left to Similia.
So, starting to feel less of a pet and more of a partner? Spot?
She'd been condemned to a life of abuse, and these were her words.
Red Riding Hood. Let's go. We are probably going to go stone, because this thing uses a lot of volt spells. Stone. That means we need a poison root, iron mill, falcon feather. That'll do. Semelia's behaviour seemed excessive to me, almost as if she were trying to live up to her reputation. It was the first time for Semelia. Because of her grandmother, she was treated as an outcast. She is tied to family by blood. But what is in Semelia's heart? Gingerbread Village.
We're just like partners now.
Gingerbread Man. Hansel and Gretel, specifically.
Nice moves.
Must save cats. Always save cats. Oh. Semelia triggered. Hi, Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood is Ow. She really doesn't have to dodge. Now it's in a spellcasting phase. Ow, rude. I'm getting my butt beat. Bruh. Save me. Save me, cat. I need to sacrifice something soon, otherwise I'm going to run out of healing magic. Oh, I could just sacrifice this tree. Break that spell.
Keep it together.
Whoa. So spicy. No, I need that. Gimme.
It's working.
There we go.
Keep it together.
Let's see if we can petrify this thing. Come back, come back, come back. Thank you.
Keep it together.
Petrify, please. Oh, I guess not.
That's close.
Oh, whoops. Come on.
Ready for me to finish it.
Please die.
Keep it
Ow.
together.
Please and thank you. No, come back. Okay.
Clean up this mess.
There we go. We got it. Down Red Hood goes. There she is. The original Red Hood. I'll take first rank. And we got the Bewitched Spear.
No matter the question asked, the old woman's mumblings were unintelligible. Such is the price of immortality, any shred of normality gone. I would get no information from her. The rest was in Semelia's hands. That was the deal. She struggled clearly, to save or to sacrifice. Blood or no, the girl couldn't hide her muddled feelings for the crone. It was because she was blood that the woman had caused her such woe. I couldn't help but speak up. You waver! Stay your hand! Semelia hadn't even been allowed to take Avalon's ordeal, so she had no way of knowing. Sacrificing one with whom you share a strong bond bears a price. The scars left upon the soul are deeper than she could know.
You don't know what I...
She drew a deep breath, then exhaled. Her wry smile returned.
But... no matter. You're right. Thank you.
An awkward line from her, spoken through a hesitant smile. It was a glimpse of Semelia the girl, not Red Hood the legend.
Well, well. No one's ever told the terrible Red Hood what to do before.
She spun the apple as she walked away, glancing back at me.
I'll repay this kindness. You have my word, as a member of Grimm.
Woo.
I really should have known. For I knew the tavern where we met was a favored haunt for their numbers.
Consider this my thanks.
A plume of white smoke rose from behind her. It engulfed the area in an instant. My mind felt bathed in white. I collapsed into the sensation. A strange voice echoed from nowhere in particular. For a suitable price, your wish will be granted. A white vessel hung in the air before me, a relic to grant one's any desire, and the source of countless monsters consumed by them. The sacred chalice. The woman in your arm. Is she to be your wish? It spoke as if it knew all my heart's desires. An image flashed before my eyes. Her face, as I'd last seen it. If you would see her again, make your sacrifice. Offer up the Red Girl and...
Uh-oh. White smoke in clear skies, a red-guard Samilia gazes this way. If she is sacrificed, will I see Sortiara again? Is the debt now settled? There's resignation in Samilia's eyes. I don't mind if it is your wish. Yeah, you need to complete Dante's Inferno.
Will sacrificing me make your wish come true? Thought I'd finally made a friend. They hated me just for my name and how I dressed in red.
Oh. Oh. Whoa, close.
It's totally pathetic to me. That's why I surprised you. You're special. You befriended me, even though I'm the Red Hood. It's horrible to fight someone important.
Nice. I like how we look tired, but we didn't take a single point of damage. Primordial Bedrock. Under a rising platform can also protect against charging foes. And we've unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Allies unlocked. You can now use Network. No, we can't. Grim Faction now available. New Phantom Quest available. Several years later, Chapter 1. And also, all of this stuff, which we will get to. So many quests.
My anger boiled over. I bellowed that her joke was in poor taste.
Oops. Then you knew?
Yes, I knew. The fractured apple at her feet betrayed her illusion. An apple shade, to be exact.
I'm sorry. She really meant a lot to you, didn't she?
She seemed genuinely contrite.
Please don't be cross. I had to test you.
Grimm asks one thing of the new. The fortitude to rely on no god.
You passed. You resisted the illusion. You're perfect for Grimm.
I suppose I should have been flattered, but I declined. I have no interest in Grimm's words, nor any prophecy of eternal recursion. Moreover, she'd made a mistake. Had it been the true chalice, I'm not sure I could have denied it. The promise of seeing her again may prove too tempting.
Is a dead woman really so dear to you still?
I raised my right arm in response. She isn't dead. Not to me. She speaks to me still, from within my arm. And I let her words guide me, spurring me onward. My burden, my karma. The third Red Hood wore a pout on her lips.
Really? It's hardly fair someone should be immune to the Red Hood's wiles.
Her cowl traced a bright red arc as she turned to leave.
I suppose that means I need practice. Next time, though, just you wait.
She swore to avenge her pride one day, a broad grin on her face.
Ta-da!
A change has occurred on one of the pages. Have a look.
Grimm unlocked. Alright.
You can now relive a pact. Rewrite your affiliation to experience. But the author of this journal will. You can change the sorcerer's affiliation. These two serve.
Pacts and Alice's Eternal Maze.
A chain.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Libram. Several years later. Alright. That is all we've got time for today. Let me just wrap that up. I wanted to get through that initial kind of like setting the scene stuff. So we've met the three major factions. We've picked up the thing that our protagonist is going to care about. That is Sortiara's curse. And we've unlocked sort of the rest of the main sort of thrust of the game. So we've got some new things to do. These are all optional quests. This is where the main multiplayer stuff is. When we start again next time, I'm going to be looking for some very specific offerings. Specifically, I can see one of them there, the Blaze Bulb, Dusty Road Rollers. I can see I Frolic in the Garden for the Stone Bulb, and I can see the Swordwoman's Icy Fray for the Thunder Bulb. So we're going to look for those, and hopefully we'll be able to get them. And we can start working towards getting this this build that I want in. So yeah, let's go back to the main menu. Let's drop a little save. All right. And now, let's hop across to the ending screen and find someone to raid out to. But first things first, let me just cull that. Cool. that as well. Rightio. Who is online? Let's go find someone to raid out to. Whilst I do that, so I'm going to be back on Friday with more Soul Sacrifice. Like I said, I'm absolutely obsessed with this game, so you're not getting away from it that easily. We'll be back on Friday to play some more. On Saturday, we're going to be live with Kay doing Armored Core. We're going to be carrying on with the World Tour, so let's do a quick shout out to Kay. If you're not following Kay already, please do go give him a follow, just because there's a lot. There's a lot to love over there. Who's playing Monster Hunter? That's a very similar. Actually, on the off chance, is anyone playing Soul Sacrifice? No, absolutely no one is playing Soul Sacrifice. What a surprise! Let's find someone who's playing Monster Hunter, which is a very similar format. And then maybe let's find a VTuber who's doing it. Show 5 more channels. Let's go hang out with Ricotez. This is a new raid for us. They are playing Monster Hunter World, which is a game I love very much. So yeah, let's go set that up. It's Everett. Thank you everyone for swinging by. Oh, I should set up a thing, really. A raid message. We'll do. That one. That's the raid message. Yes. All right. Thank you all, everyone, for joining me. Let's go hang out with Ricotez. Let's show them some love. I will see you all on Friday for some more Soul Sacrifice Delta. But yes, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.